Now, despite the failures of the rise of Skywalker under Lucasfilm, Disney, etc., some of us try to enjoy what little is left of the Star Wars franchise. The problem is the majority of the games that come out under EA are shit, so much for that. So what I've done is I've found ways to enjoy it as much as I can. And as this person has highlighted in the comments of my last rant video of the Rise of Skywalker, I have that very thing. Blade and Sorcery, a game that I believe to be the best sandbox action, non-story based game for Star Wars. Now what I will do is I will go onto Nexus and download Vortex, which is their mod loader. And this ties directly into Blade and Sorcery, so all you really need to do is download the mods and the rest will be history. It will install it itself, load them in certain orders or whatever, etc. If you've ever modded Skyrim or Fallout 4, this probably looks very familiar to you. But if you're new to, let's say, PC or VR, this will all seem pretty foreign. Now I'll explain the different mods you'll find, and I'll give you context as to why they are useful to making the best Star Wars experience ever. The first one is the Outer Rim mod. This is the mod that will add in all the blaster pistols and rifles, and of course, lightsabers. It also adds in helmets, such as Darth Vader's helmet or Boba Fett's helmet, and allows you to customize certain lightsabers. I really do recommend this one, obviously, because it's the main one that adds in the lightsabers, so don't be a fool, download it. One thing to do as well is to keep tabs on what version of the game is out. As of December the 23rd, the current version is U7, so if you see U6 or U5, chances are it's not going to work, it won't be compatible. Now, as you can see, there are multiple mods here. Now, this one makes it so no blood shows, so obviously in Star Wars, there's no blood because the wounds are cauterized by the blasters or the lightsabers. And the second one is the Sharp AI replacement mod that replaces the AI of the lightsaber enemies. Now this next mod is, well, Sharp AI. Now this is the actual official Sharp AI mod. This one adds in additional waves of enemies that spawn with enhanced AI. In my opinion, they are even slightly more effective than ones with lightsabers, but the difference is that they use normal weapons like swords, knives, bludgeoning weapons like the mace, etc., shields. They won't use blaster pistols or blaster rifles or the lightsabers, but they can still be very challenging and can probably kill you if they hit you in the right place. Dark Chains, however, oh boy, now this is where it gets fun. This mod, Dark Chains, allows you to use Telekinesis on enemies. In the game you can already use Telekinesis to pick up weapons, but now this mod adds in stuff like Forced Grab, and of course, Forced Choke. And this mod is Advanced Telekinesis plus Reborn. Now, I would not recommend this for someone who's playing this for the first time, and that's because the movements you will need to do take a lot of finesse, and if you're new to VR, this will be terrible for you, because you'll be trying to grab things and your arm will be in the wrong place and it will end up flying out the map or something. I wouldn't recommend it, but if you have a bit more understanding of how VR works, give this a download. It essentially means that you can use telekinesis with your hand movements instead of having to use the buttons or the sticks to do it. It's a lot more immersive. Jedi Force Physics 2.0 is another good mod I recommend, and that is because it essentially makes it so that you can move like a Jedi, or a Sith, whatever boats your float. The things that this mod adds are Forced Jump, Forced Dash, and better sword handling. So, obviously, Forced Jump means you can jump higher, and Forced Dash means you can move a lot faster to do more powerful strikes and faster strikes from further distances. So obviously download this one. Now this next one is not essential like the other ones, but I would still recommend it. And this one is AI health bars. Now it's pretty obvious. It adds in little health bars above the enemy's head so you know how much health they have. I think it's pretty essential actually, thinking about it. I think a Jedi or a Sith will be able to sense how much damage their enemy has taken, seeing as the animations in this don't really portray that much pain. Give it a shot. And this next mod, not necessarily that essential, is Bone Holsters, and this essentially means that you can attach armor to your character. Now this is probably the least essential, as there's not that many Star Wars outfits, in fact there isn't. The actual Star Wars helmets come with the Star Wars lightsaber mod, the Outer Rim, so you don't actually need this, but I do like adding additional armor, especially if I'm going as Darth Vader, and I will show this to you in a second. But I will wear this with the helmet and it essentially makes me look badass and will protect me the same way that Darth Vader would be protected from certain strikes from blasters or lightsabers. I'll let you see for yourself. So we arrive in Blade and Sorcery. Yep, this bloke is me. These are my other two characters as well, those girls, but this is me. That's not how I look in real life. I'm a lot more handsome, less pixelized. Oh yeah, pardon the audio quality, I'm not using my normal mic. So yeah, that's me wearing the Boba Fett helmet I was telling you about. Now obviously this is Mara Jade's lightsaber. If you know about Legends, you know about that. This is, what's it called? The Maul lightsaber. I don't know who Maul is, but flipping out, it looks sick. And listen to those saber sounds. Like, oh. Like, you just don't find this in any other game. You can't get this in any other Star Wars game. Not even Vader Immortal can give you this. Like, this mod is amazing. The bloke who made this is a fucking legend. Oh. This is the little health potion. Obviously, you take the cork out like this, take a couple chugs and it heals you. It actually has liquid physics. Oh, and that's the health bar thing that I told you about earlier. So, yeah, for some reason I have one. I don't know why, but hey. But obviously, the blue one shows you magic. So let me get the lightning up. And unlimited power, you can see it goes down like that. That's how the mana, or I'll call it the force power, works. And obviously the red one's the health, so yeah. These are the different maps. Most of these are custom ones, but obviously you've got some of the ones that are with the game. So yeah. Alright, let's go up to the armory. Another health potion. That's the stand. Alright. This is the book where you can spawn weapons and stuff, so you have all the base weapons here and stuff, but this one is where you get all the armor from. So I'm gonna put these on. Actually, let me go and get the helmet. I'm gonna get the Vader helmet out. And actually, I'll give me spawn it. I'm gonna use this to demonstrate the force powers with the mod that allows you to use your hand gestures. Like, you see, I'm pushing it around like that, and then pulling it back and turning it and stuff. Like, you wouldn't be able to do this with the base version. This mod allows you to do that. Like, you had to use the stick, I think, to do that. Using the bottom button on your right hand allows you to activate, or whether it be the lightsaber or, in this case, Vader's helmet. I am your father. Let me turn it off. Now, what I'm also going to do is, because the Vader helmet and all the other Star Wars helmets don't have collision effects like the ones from the bone mod thing, I'm gonna probably layer underneath this. I'll layer this one with the Vader helmet, so I'll pull that here and I'll wear that, and yeah, it will look kind of uncanny. I think I haven't tried this one with the Vader helmet. Let's see. Oh yeah, you use your hands like this to run. So go mirror, so you can kind of see it. It's all right. It's not a big problem. It looks like a fashion thing. Fuck it. Right, let's pick the armor. I'm gonna pick that one, but like, this one's too shiny, so I'm not gonna use that one. But this one looks alright. Spawn that man. Let's put that on. Yeah. Where's the right? Should I use that one? Yeah, right one. Put that on my right shoulder. Look all pimped out. Cover my balls. Cover my left wrist. The other one, cover my right wrist. Put the other one on my shoulder. Cover my knees. Do the other one and cover my other knee or shin, whatever. Cover my sides. Oh, also, let me show you something. Remember Star Wars Rebels? This is Ezra Bridger's lightsaber. Look what it can do. You know, and then, just like in a damn TV show. Get in there. Oh. What other Star Wars game allows you to do this, huh? Look at that. Bang. Oh. I feel like a samurai in this, man. Like, just pop him like that. You can't get this in any other Star Wars game. You know what I mean? Like, step up, Lucasfilm. Oh, I'm gonna go off on a tangent. Alright, let me cover my sides with this. That one as well. And what else do I need? I think I've got a thing. Oh yeah, there's a mod that adds in Jorah Mormont from Game of Thrones, like, armor into this game, and it obviously includes the cape, which is the only reason I have this mod, and it just looks pretty sick with the rest of the armor. I'll show you in a second. But quickly look at all the lightsabers they have in here. Like, there's a crap ton. Like, they have Ahsoka's lightsaber, Anakin Solo, Bastila Shan from KOTOR or the Old Republic, Darth Maul, Ezra Bridges, as I already showed you. Kylo Ren's if you're about the if you're about the sequel life. Pong Krell's is a bit bugged out, but it looks sick. Ram Kota's lightsaber, if you remember the Force Unleashed. This is the lightsaber from the Temple Guards, if you've seen the Clone Wars or Rebels, from the Grand Inquisitor. Spoiler alert. And this is the Sith Pike from the Force Unleashed, I think. It's bloody heavy because it's massive. So swinging this is a mission, but still, like, you know, look at this. It's just like, oh, the long range kills would be bad with this, but obviously there's a lot of weight to it, so it's not that practical. Also, the blasters are pretty sick. Like the first blaster here is the Tusken Raider one, has a scope. Like, look at that. It's powerful as well. This is the Clone Trooper run, the DC-15A. Like, it has various different fire modes as well. Like, so you can click it, like click the A button or whatever. Click it again, you get single fire, which is what I prefer to use. It's more like the game, it's more like the show. And then if you do like this, it's burst fire. So it has different fire modes. It's bloody sick. Obviously, let me take this one. If you want to feel like Captain Rex, dual wield the bad. This is Han Solo's pistol. It has the scope on it. You can actually zoom in the scope if you want. A true smuggler's weapon, because, you know, Solo shot first. This is the Stormtrooper one. This one has a second fire mode that allows you to stun people, so you can aim it at like a soldier and stun them like that. Try and test this Stormtrooper. Actually, no, I'm a Scout Trooper, in the words of Bill Burr's character from Mandalorian. And obviously they got the Tusken Raider weapons. Just stab it like this. Like, put in there, like... I just love this. I love... This is the stuff... Also, I was so pessimistic about VR for so long, and it took me this long to realize how great it is. Alright. What map should I choose? Ruins? No. Let's use the Mos Eisley map. Alright, I came back because I forgot to show you what I actually look like in this, like I said. Obviously got the Vader helmet, turn that on, put that helmet to layer it, and then just look at that. Luke, I am your father. You know it be true. Feel the power of the dark side. Here we go, Vader's lightsaber. Look at this, mate. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I'll keep my lightsaber as well, just in case. Alright. Now just look at this, mate. Join me, and we shall rule the galaxy together as father and son. Whoops. Alright, let's go. Tatooine. Alright, now this should look very familiar. If you ever played the old Star Wars Battlefront 2 game, you know, not the shit EA one, I'm talking about the original Pandemic one, this should look very familiar to you. Like, the guy who made this had to port this over to Unity, which I believe is the engine for Blade and Sorcery. I don't know how he did it, but bloody hell, good on him. If you look over there, that's the cantina. Now, I'm not going to go anywhere near there because there's copyright music playing there, and, you know, I don't want to deal with that. Alright, let's jump up here and get a look at the view, because it's just bloody fun, man. Just, look at the nostalgia this will bring to any traditional Star Wars fan. You know, it looks bloody amazing despite the old graphics, you know what I mean? Alright, I'm going to use the top button on my right pad, which is, I believe, what is it? B? I don't know. I'm going to, let me take this off, give me a second, and look at what it is. Yeah, it's B. So, B slows down time, and I'm going to use that so I can make sure I grab it properly. So, grab it like that, and then speed it back up. And then all I do is pull the trigger, which is, well, the middle finger, which is the grab button, and it controls your other 3 fingers. And it allows me to slide like this. It just allows you to be so epic. You can't beat VR, man. You just fucking can't beat it. Alright, let me put the breathing on. Alright, proper. Alright, let's jump over. This should definitely look familiar to you people who have played Star by Font. Now I'm gonna take out my lightsabers and show you dashing. So obviously that mod that does all the dashing, obviously sprinting, it makes you a lot faster, more Jedi-like, I guess. Look at that. It just sounds sick, you know what I mean? Alright. Now obviously this is what's it called? Sharp AI, so yeah, let's do Jedi ambush. Alright. This isn't gonna be as challenging as, let's say, the Jedi boss one, but they still have the sharp AI thing in there, so like you just hear them coming. Alright, let me show you how it's done. Come on. My favourite Force ability. I'm not going to use the lightning because I'm acting as Vader, so no lightning because you can't use lightning. Fucking itchy nose. Come on, give me a challenge. I need to show the audience something. God. This is too easy. Oh, fucking swordsman. You can see I've done this for. You can see I've been doing this for time, like, because I can just block them. Like, it's not that I know their moves because they do different moves every time, but you can always tell where they're gonna hit and try and block that and counter that and parry and stuff. But the way the AI works is they try to exploit your weaknesses. So where you're not holding the blade, they will try to hit around it to hit you. Power! Yeah! The dark side. It just doesn't get any fucking better, mate. Oh, I love this fucking thing. Oh, I don't know where that body went. So yeah, this is what I call the best Star Wars experience ever to date. In gaming, in VR, whatever. I believe this to be the best. For me, this is just the best in regards to fighting, combat, FPS gameplay. You know, you can't beat it. So yeah. If EA can't do it or Lucasfilm can't do it, simply do it yourself. And boy, this is as good as it gets. But yeah, that's my take. I've left all the links in the description for you if you're looking to get into VR or you're just a massive Star Wars geek like me despite how crap Star Wars is nowadays. I've left all the links to the Nexus mod manager links and all that stuff. You can do all that and just use my video as a guide. Spread the word that VR is the next big thing, and that's my next video, by the way, hint hint. So yeah, I'll leave this on in the background and then, well, I guess I'll catch you again after that in the next one. Cheers.